Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Level Up Talk with Ark. I'm your host, Ark. Hello, Solomon, and Gluten Tog to you, a good sir, as well.
It's been 84 years.
It has been 84 years, and I know I've kept you guys waiting, but it was definitely a much-needed chat with me and Pilo, and so that was good. It was good, and we're processing stuff. We're working through things. That's what team's for, right? We got each other's back. We figure it out. And thank you, Solomon, for the donate link, the Discord loving goodness and stuff like that. Y'all are wonderful peeps. Y'all just fantastic. Yeah. Hey. Just a heads up. It's the day before a special event. That's right. It's a day before a special event. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Lizard.
Right, lizard. I don't know what about that, but sure. Hey, it is our Claymation Christmas that's happening tomorrow night. That's right, tomorrow night, December 12th, a 1-2, not just a 2. December 12th, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. watch party of Nightmare Before Christmas. That's right, it's going to be good. There's going to be an ugly sweater competition. Yeah, ugly sweater. Bring an ugly sweater. Not a good-looking one. An ugly one. Well, you could bring a good-looking one. You just won't win the competition because it's good-looking, and you're supposed to have ugly. Anywho, there's going to be ugly sweater competition. There's going to be us watching a movie, so that means clearly we're going to have some popcorn. We're going to have different flavors, too, which is going to be so good for that. There's going to be our canteen, where you can get some other goodies. Also, can get some new stickers. Oh, my word. Hey, hold on. I need to show off some of these cool stickers. Hi, I'm going to bring it back to me because, really, guys, it's about this bearded awesomeness. That's what it's really all about. Guys, we got some new stickers that are coming on out, and it's going to be pretty. Like our very own Help Pilo. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Isn't that good? Help Pilo! You should help Pilo. We also have... Man, I'm going to, bust open all these. We have cool graphic word QR code stickers now so that you can tag things and people can go, what is that? Well, then you can let them in on the goodness and all that. You ready for some more customized ones? Some unique ones that may or may not need to be added into our Twitch responses if you are a sub, because, let's be honest, subs are cooler. We have our own Talon. Talon with a comic book. Isn't he cute? He's just so adorable. You could get Talon. Put him on there, and people are like, who is that? It's like, it's Talon. What's wrong with you? You don't know who Talon is? Gosh. Living under a rock much? Of course, we got Graphic Word Originals, because Graphic Word. Yeah, I'm not even opening them. We have Gaming with Tom stickers. Oh, yeah. Big throwdown. Talon over Tater. I'm not going to lie. Yes. A blast from the past, guys. This is back, I think it was last year. Or even the year before that. We have The Dojo. That's right. The Dojo. From our good crew, Ninja and Jedi. A classy one that you guys will always appreciate is the Wilson approved. Yeah, that's right. Wilson does approve of even his own stickers. Imagine Wilson approves of his own stickers. Imagine that. We have also our Gaming Talon. Yeah, that's right. Gaming Talon. He's so cute and adorable. We have our Level Up Bigger stickers. That's right. Bigger is better in this case. Guys, Retro Replay. Man, if you are watching the stream, you are getting the preview of it all. You can save your monies for the goodness. And then we have, of course, our Eyes Up with Pilo stickers. That's right. Some good moments. Fantastic. Nuggets created. The stakes are high. Oh, yeah. So good, man. So good. Or did I make that? I don't remember. Okay. Some more Your Support Has Arrived. A lot of people were actually asking for the Your Support Has Arrived. Nuggets of Wisdom, reppin' from yesterday. You know, imposter syndrome, just a little bit awkward. We even have the Nugget mascot of Nuggets of Wisdom. Yeah, man. Something that was never an option before. Our very own Wisdom Check stickers for our Thursday nights. Hey, that's tonight. You should join Wisdom Check. Hit us up. Having a good time with our crew on lineage. Stuff like that. Eyes Up Guardian. To be there to let people know how you are there for them. Supporting, loving, goodness. All that stuff. Nerds in the Word for our awesome segments that happen on Tuesday. And then finally, guys, if you're a huge fan of Walk to Mordor and you like repping the brand a little bit, our Walk to Mordor Shard of Narsil, that's right there. And that was done by one of our very own support team members, Sean Levy. So thank you, Sean, for being awesome and helping out and loving all of the goodness. So, and that's all that's all of them. So if you want to get in on the goodness that is these stickers, and let's be honest, why would you waste your time not doing it? Okay, like why what do you got better going on than getting cool graphic word stickers, than hanging out with cool graphic word crew, or a crew that are new to graphic word crew? Like, right, just do it. Just do it. Okay, just I already made plans for you this Friday. You're coming out, and that's what you're doing. You want to hang out with Pilo. You want to hang out with me. You want to hang out with the Nugs. The only one that's missing out... Well, there's a few that's missing out there. One is the Hoff. And then the other one is Tom, because apparently it's his birthday, and people tell him what he does on his birthday. Weird. I don't know. It's different, but you know what? We love him still. It's okay. It's okay. We're there for him. Anywho, so you're going to want to hit it up. It's lots of good stuff. There's cool merch. You can get your t-shirts. Trust me, it is a good time. We rep graphic word in what we do here, and ultimately, we're actually repping Jesus. That's the most important thing. It's not about us looking awesome. It's us getting word out so that you guys can connect more with God. Which is the whole thing that we're doing. Solomon, didn't you miss the Nugget stream yesterday? Well, check your email for a holiday greeting from... Guys, this is how sincere things can be, all right? Get ready. I got a text message from my kid's school. Check your email for holiday greeting messages from the Director of Education, Catherine McLiver. Or McLiver. I have no idea. I saw it. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Solomon saw it. He made comments. Pretty sure he was laughing at the idea of this old man was wheezing. Which, by the way, Wally, thank you for that clip. That has now reached... We're now going to ask, how many times has this been watched? I couldn't remember, right? Holy crud. Guys, I'm almost I'm almost viral like Nuggets. Guys, I've never been this way before. Oh my word. I'm not used to this. People don't mind me. Here, I'm going to show you. Right here. Yeah, you see, old man laugh. You know how many? That's 714 views. Guys, I caught up to Nuggets' lesser watched YouTube short. Look at that. That's golden. By the way, if you haven't watched it, here. Cut the soft music out. Enough out of you. Shh, quiet. Enough out of you. All right, you ready? This is a blessing for you, just so you know. Okay. Oh my goodness. Can I get to the thing? Hokey Dinah. Okay, that's showing that I'm live. Hey guys, we're live. In case you didn't know, we're live. You should watch us because it's fantastic. Alright, no, I want shorts. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna ride this car to victory.
Yeah, fair. that voice line.
That was too good. Oh my word. I want a slow-mo replay on that. That was awesome. Y'all welcome. Just saying. Y'all welcome. They're playing my stuff out there. I'm really scared. I don't know what to handle on that. I'm hearing myself wheezing out there, and I didn't even realize that I was being listened to out there. This is a little different. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, this is what we do. Oh my word. Anywho, guys. Oh, shoot, you're getting previews. Hey, enough out of you. No previews. Enough out of you. Ooh, new Supergirl trailer, by the way. Yes, I need to watch that one. Thank you, Solomon, for that. And also thank you for laughing at that. Thank you to everyone else who laughs at my wheezing old man laugh. But, you know, that's what we're here for. That's what we do. So be encouraged. But, yeah, no. There's some good stuff that's coming out there, and y'all can enjoy it. It's all a lot of fun, and yes, respect the laugh at the elderly. Respect and laugh at the elderly, 100%. Because otherwise, is it fun? No, it's not fun. So, be excited for that. Also, don't forget, Pilo has her Fire Team live stream after this. It's going to be starting at 3-ish, maybe 3:30, 4-ish. It's going to start. And, guys, I'm going to let you know. We got Pilo's back on this. We got an awesome crew. Pilo does a lot of work and puts in a lot of effort into these cooking, baking, goodness, and stuff like that. Right? Canadians. Who doesn't like watching Canadians? When we come up with ideas, it's a little scary sometimes. Let's just talk about the Geneva Accords for a moment. No, we're not actually going to do that. You know, like, but honestly, like, she puts in a lot of awesome effort into this, and part of this goes toward our canteen that goes on Fridays. Y'all need to appreciate how awesome Pilo is. She pours her heart for you guys, for nerds, every Monday and Friday when she's streaming. She's connecting with you guys and having fun, and also freaking out over aliens that try and get in her space. You don't let them get in her space, okay? Don't let it happen. But yeah, so Pilo, out here on live. We want to say thank you for all the awesome hard work that you put into this, and how you care about our streamers. You're the one who actually put the word out for getting more stickers. It was her brainchild to get us t-shirts going. So Pilo has been doing a lot of stepping up, where Wilson has been mentally at a other zone. So if you really want to know what's helping the gears keep on going as far as this ministry, you need to be talking to Pilo on that. And throwing love and support to the awesomeness. Yeah, respect Grandma. But yeah, she's pretty solid, pretty awesome. And keep on loving on her. Cool? You should see the fire stream. And then, of course, then Friday, you should totally... Yo! We got a reward wheel. We got a reward wheel. I don't know why I'm singing like this, but I am. I hope you all enjoyed that. You all might have suffered for that. Sick. Now suffers. Wally, is this because I impersonated, like, your closest friend? Like, is it really, like... Wally, can we talk this through? Let's process together. Law of equivalent exchange. Dang, nabbit, stop using anime against me. I'm supposed to be teaching people with that. How dare you? All right, spin the wheel of the reward wheel. The reward wheel doth say, try a yoga pose from... Tell you what. We're going to do this. Nerdy yoga pose. What's a nerdy yoga pose? That images. Oi. Strong female character. Okay, very nice. Self-motive. Oh, yeah. I like juxtaposition. I can do that. Yeah, we'll do juxtaposition. Nah, it's just watching most people. Right, that's rude. Okay. Oh, this is awkward because, like, there's, like, no space. Hold on. So we're doing the juxtaposition. All right, everyone. Feel the vibe. Feel the rhythm. Feel the ride. Come on, Jamaica. It's bobsled time. Anyone watch Cool Runnings? Okay, we tried it. All right. Doing like this. And lunging. Lunging. How long do I have to hold this pose? It's really awkward. I feel mighty. Like a warrior, majestic. Hold. I'm holding. Hold on a second. No, it's not that kind of stream. Don't mind me. Had to advertise the nerd stuff. Hold. Okay, now we do the other side. Now, yes, we do advertisements on the back because we're that cool. Hold. And we're good. All right. Round of applause, everybody. Good stuff. Round of applause. Good stuff. Thank you for being there. That was good. All right. Now, because Wally likes punishing people and laws of equivalent exchange and whatnot, y'all do that. All right. Here's the punishment wheel. Spin that confounded wheel. All right. Here we go. Okay. Lights. Turn off the lights in the room. I mean, technically, the lights are off in the room. Just saying. Do I really need... Okay. You're gonna find out how it's a dungeon real quick. You sure you're ready for this? See how dark it is? Immediately. Like, here, I'll even. Here we go. Hold on. I have to do this because y'all are punks. Yeah, I said all y'all are punks. I said it and I meant it. Sure. What's dark magic? What does that look like? Sure, we'll do that. We'll download. Are you going to turn into that? Yeah, you are. Okay. There we go. How's that for you guys? See? Dark magic. So I have to do this like the whole stream? Is this what I'm going to be doing? Very sad moments? Anybody? Answer me! Love me! Wow, this is awkward. Yes, okay. Well, we're sitting in the dark now. It's very scary in here. I see Funkos everywhere. Alright. Enough out of that. Enough of that redonkulousness. Alright. So, today's wonderful stream title brought to you by Wilson is Digimon, Superman, and Hope. Yeah, that's right. And, yeah, if you've probably heard a talk about, like, the savior complex of, how Jesus is the representation. Superman is the representation of Jesus and all that. Yeah, this should be triggering some past stuff like that. I'm thinking of you, Solomon, because you are so hardcore dedicated. You practically memorize all of our streams. It's true. If there was a graphic word nerd, it would indeed be Solomon. I'm willing to give him the full title of graphic word nerd. I'm just graphic word guy. He is graphic word nerd. He's probably forgotten more about what our streams have said than I have in creating them. That sounds horrible. I'm sorry. But it's also true. But, you know, that's how it goes. Note how he is so humble, he's not even saying that that's the case. So, oh man. Alright, but we're going to be talking Digimon. Anyone put a thumbs up if you have ever seen or heard of Digimon. And please tell me that it's not just like the millennial kid here who's like stepping into this idea that happened and stuff like that. Seen like 2 episodes. Hoff, I am proud that you even have seen episodes. Because there are people that have not, and they don't have an education, and it makes me really sad. Just saying. Kind of despairing. Anyone else on stream? Anyone? Thumbs up? Give me a thumbs down or like that green waving guy and be like, no. That's a no. Or you could do a Pilo help, maybe, if you got a sub for that. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, why does this... Users in the chat. Well, why won't you just tell me? Tell me why I can't see the users in the chat. Okay, that was horrible. We don't talk about that. Alright, so here we go. Here we go, Inside Radio. The thing that I want to share with you, the thing that I think is really cool here, guys. The thing that I think is really cool is looking at Digimon. Digimon was like the Pokemon, except it was digital. So kids went into the digital universe, and then eventually the digital universe came out from their universe into our universe. And these digital monsters could digivolve, but then they could also downgrade based on their powers. I thought it made more sense than just Pokemon, okay? Because, like, Pokemon, you just, like... There was no regression. There was no, like, moment where you can up it and stuff like that. It just, you know... I had some logic things with it, but I also just like Digimon because it was a cheaper version of Pokemon in some ways. Okay, so let me share with you. Specifically Digimon, the thing that I have been lately jumping back into reminiscing is this part. This is called the Crest of Hope. Yes, it's a tattoo. Don't be jealous. Don't scream. Don't yell. It's okay. We're all semi-adults here. I mean, you guys are the adults and I'm just a semi-adult. Anywho, there's this thing called the Crest of Hope. Right. So the Crest of Hope was given to specifically TK. TK is this cute little dude who's just like the most encouraging, enthusiastic, inspiring, well, not inspiring, he wouldn't like say the most inspiring, but like he was a hope-filled kid. And legitimately, the Crest of Hope was the embodiment of this. The one person that inspired that and would develop that in themselves and in the people around them. And it would be tied to then the Digimon, whom that person's Digimon was. And so TK, I should really show you who TK is. Because, let's be honest, you're going to be like, I don't know who... TK Digimon. This is TK. He's a cool little dude. He's like really nice. Plus he wears green, so clearly he's the best. My opinion stands firm. It's the truth. I said it on the stream, and therefore it's truth. That's all I'm saying. Carbs don't make you fat. There. See? Now it doesn't happen. TK is this kid that gets Pokemon, and Pokemon is this cute little dude with wings and stuff like that. He's adorable. And later on, he becomes... Patamon. Not Pokemon. Patamon. And later on, Patamon... Patamon later becomes this cool, awesome champion, Angemon. And then there's Ultimate Champion, which is Magnamon, and then there's Mega, which is Seraphmon, and Seraphmon is actually super cool. He's like the boss, Hoss Magoss, with so much extra sauce. This is why I like it, because they evolve and all this good stuff like that. Anywho, so with Digimon, this was the Digivolution. I love angels and stuff like that, but TK inspires hope in people. It inspires and encourages people around him with enthusiasm, with hope-filled focus, encouragement. And then he had that cool little crest thingy that's going on. And once that was activated, once inspiration was hit, kind of like in D&D, once you got inspiration, you get special cool stuff, your Digimon tag. then your Digimon could digivolve into not just their champion, but into their ultimate, to their Magna, and like it would expand and stuff like that. It was like an enhancing capability and stuff like that. So then what Angemon here becomes a Magna Angemon. It's beautiful, it's awesome, it's hope-filled goodness. Another part that's hope-filled, or encouragement of hope, this is actually some artwork that I did this weekend. If you guys are on the Discord server, wink wink nudge nudge, just saying, the Discord server, you could totally check this goodness out. In fact, maybe you can't, because I don't know if I even posted it outside the Quiet Council. So maybe you can't. So Ninu, ha ha ha. This is my artwork, and this is Superman. It is such a jerking evolution from mouse thing to an actual biblically accurate angel. Right? We go from little winged thing to all of a sudden, boom, Angemon. And then Angemon goes into cooler Angemon. To be honest, Angemon to Magna Angemon, I was not a fan of that one. However, Seraphmon, oh, they did that right. It's more the giant purple hat thing. Like, they could have made him look way better. Stuff like that. Dang! Tom is throwing the reward wheel at us. We can totally do that. Well, now I have to... Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Okay, reward wheel. Boom. Reward wheel. Here we go. Welcome, Tom, to the stream. Being awesome. Treat yourself to a snack. I'm not dying, you're dying. What are you talking about? Today's snack is brought to you by Cookie. And yes, it is the same kind of cookie, but I am not going to do ASMR video awkward stuff like that. I really don't like the law of equivalent exchange, people. I really don't like it. Y'all are punks. Y'all are punks. That's all I want to know. Alright. Just having a decent stream. We're already almost 30 minutes in. Already had too much loving. Punishment wheel. Here we go. Alright. Check your posture. Sweet. Okay. That's actually increasingly annoying in some ways too. Because now I have to adjust the chair and backing and stuff. There. There we go. How is that a punch? I don't know. I didn't put it in there. I'm the guy that just takes the punishment. So, you know, don't be rude. Anywho, cookie. Goodness. I'm sitting in the dark. This is not fun. I want y'all to know. You call geek. You gotta roll. Calls cheats. Anywho. Back. I'm not cheating. I'm literally just here. Okay. Back to this goodness. So I love this because on my world, it means hope, right? This is like one of the lines that was beautifully done within Zack Snyder's, and yes, I will vouch, Zack Snyder. So good. Man of Steel, where, you know, the S symbol, right? And, right, like, he's talking with Lois Lane, and she's like, well, what does the S stand for? And he goes, it's not an S. In my world, it means hope. And she goes, well, on this world, it's an S. And I want to make a comment on this, because this was actually a funny scenario. When I had posted this on my personal socials, because this is my personal artwork that I created for this, when I brought this up, someone actually immediately commented on it. Like, not even 5 minutes after it got posted. when they posted it on there, they said, how does a torture device or capital punishment torture device mean hope? And every part of me was just like, oh my word. Like, you are actually having the S argument brought in on a Christian symbol here. Because, fair point, history, you look at that cross, right? Look at the cross, right? The cross itself was a torture device. It was a way of showing that Rome had power over you. Deal with it, suck it up. You are not good enough. And like, you did something to cheese off someone in Rome, so now that's a problem. And so with that, Jesus is killed on it, right? And especially, like, he's the Messiah. So he's supposed to be the one who not only saves the Jewish people, but becomes their king, right? And through that, actually, this crucifixion moment is actually his coronation ceremony, when he actually becomes the king. It's just not in the way people anticipated, right? Jesus even said before he died, my kingdom is not of this world. If it were, my subjects would die for me. Like, die to not have this happen, essentially. And it's just like, oh, guys, head explosion. And so the funny thing was, though, like, even in our world, from a biblical standpoint, from the vantage point of what Jesus did on that cross, it means hope. Because he didn't stay on that cross. He didn't stay dead on that cross. No, he was raised up. He didn't die, right? So this is like, and we're not even at the reading part. We're not even at like the deep dive part yet. So yeah, just be ready. Just be ready, cool? All right. So in the midst of this, we're going to go like that. We're going to take that back. All right. So this is the crest of hope. And I want to read it. Symbolizes never losing light even in the darkness, representing resilience, optimism, and faith. That is the big thing here. Can I zoom in? Can I actually do the zoom in on here? I can't. That's awkward. Because then you guys can't read. There we go. Yeah, so symbolizes never losing light even in darkness, representing resilience, optimism, and faith. Often depicted as a shooting star or sunbeam, empowering Digimon like Angemon to reach powerful evolutions like Magna Angemon or Holy Angemon / Seraphmon. Enduring light, it signifies maintaining faith and optimism when engulfed by darkness. A core theme for young TK. Guidance and miracles. Its emblem, a shooting star or sunray, connects to wishes, guidance, and spiritual significance, much like the Star of Bethlehem for a young figure. Pure energy, along with the crest of light, is considered a fundamental, powerful energy source of digivolution. Digivolution, say that 500 times fast. Linked to life itself in digital world. That is so cool. Oh my goodness, guys. Like, come on. This is so good. Okay. Aha! This is even better. The crest of hope isn't just about feeling hopeful. It's about actively embodying the steadfast belief that light and goodness will prevail, even when things seem darkest, enabling powerful spiritual evolutions and bringing salvation. Keyword: salvation. Huh? Man, okay. I kid you not, crew. I kid you not. The more I do these dives of, like, just, I'm talking about, like, low-hanging fruit. Like, this isn't stuff that you have to even do hard research on. It's literally right in your face how it all connects to a Christian vantage point. Like C.S. Lewis himself said, there is a sliver There is a sliver of God in everything. There's a sliver. And in this case, it's very obvious, right? And it's pointing to it. And so to me, guys, this is the thing where I'm trying to offer encouragement in the midst of this, okay? This is where I'm at in checking this stuff, in specifically this season, this time of year. And you've heard me say it time and time again. Around this time of year, you can either have really awesome hope or really sucky hard times and really have a bad vantage point. And it's been really hard for different reasons to sometimes have that hopeful vantage point these days, because everyone's feeling the pinch of how things cost today and are trying to survive. And in their head, they're doing the math and it's like, this doesn't make sense why we are just barely making it. I guarantee you, seasonal depression even is rising more and more. And then seasonal affective disorder, which is fair. In northern countries, typically that tends to be more of a thing too, because of the less light that you start getting specifically around Christmas time, the winter solstice, and all that stuff. So the days are already shorter, darkness already reigns. And so in the midst of it too, we are having sometimes what feels like our culture, society itself doesn't seem to be holding upright. I'm not trying to be hard political, but there's stuff around in our country that is absolutely just nuts that it's even happening. And being in a first world kind of country, it just doesn't make sense. It should not be happening. It's very easy to feel like there's no hope. That darkness just seems to be overwhelming. That how do you keep your own mental health healthy and going? And how do you even keep hope-filled in all of it, right? And going back to the cross symbolism that happened with the Superman poster, the darkest form of physical torture / punishment, capital punishment, that a person could go to, and I'd still stand on, it's the worst thing, because you are suffocating to death. It may look like, oh, you're just nailed on a cross and whatever. You asphyxiate to death. That's nuts. And then usually you'd be left out naked. And so then even on top of that, you're going to have hypothermia based on the dramatic changes of temperature throughout the day. You could also have heat stroke because you're not getting hydrated. There's so many things that were involved with it. There was pain, torture, all of it. And yet, when we look to the cross, we can see hope, because it was God the Father, it was God the Son, Jesus Christ, who died for us there, who looked at it and it was this is what he was going to have to go through so that we can be reconnected with God. And the best thing is, it's an empty cross. It's not, Jesus is not stuck there. We remember his sacrifice, but we also are reminded he's not stuck there. He was risen. That's why something that can seem so hopeless or doesn't make sense to the world, why is it a symbol for hope when it's practically a capital torture device? And we go, well, no, that's actually a symbol of hope. It is actually showing what hope can look like. And so, guys, I want to read to you we're not in Psalm. Isaiah 9, okay? And I'm going to give you some context. We're going to be looking at particularly a passage from verse 1 to 7. And the reason why we're going to be doing that, I'm going to give you context for it so that we can really kind of set the pace on what's going on. Ooh. I don't know why I'm getting random calls from Edmonton, Alberta. Hold on, guys. I'm going to check this out. Random phone calls. Anywho, we're flipping that over. Okay. So what happens in this one is that with Isaiah, what I'm going to lead into is here. We're going to be looking at Isaiah chapter 9 and specifically going to read what's probably the most read part of Isaiah that's foretelling the Messiah that's going to be coming, right? This is going to be the thing that points to Jesus in so many different ways because he's going to be fulfilling this. But I want you to know that this is sandwiched in a not great situation. If you've ever read Isaiah, which if you haven't, I highly recommend you do it because Isaiah is a fantastic prophet to read. Well, I'd tell you to read the Bible just in general anyways. But what I want to emphasize here, Isaiah has been told by God that he is trying to warn essentially Judah, hey, you guys have not been following me. You have essentially not given a rip about me. You go to other gods and even other nations to get power to do your own thing. And like some of the stuff that you're doing is against the very things that I said you are not to do. If I'm to be close in connection with you, right? Like it's just like any relationship status. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you have ground rules for how your relationship's going to look like, right? It's just healthy relationships in general. But they were not listening, they were not focusing, they were just doing their own thing. They legitimately were kind of pushing God out, but yet expecting God to still show up for them. And God's like, no, I'm done with this. This is not going to be happening. So he outright tells them that there's going to be other nations that are going to come and just own their faces. Kind of sucks. It's kind of a part of the Old Testament that we can have a hard time with, that God allows bad stuff to hit. And the hard thing is that we need to also realize God will allow us to feel the pain of something that we've been trying to push for ourselves, that we keep on returning back to. Because sometimes the only way that we learn is by letting the hard things hit hard. And then we really go, shoot. Like, God's more than willing to save. He wants to save. He cares about saving us. But there's a point where sometimes you gotta let someone go through the hardness because they've been saved at different points and they still aren't getting the message. And God's been there with them. He's been protecting them throughout all these different things. And there have been some, like, legitimately, like, 2 kings that have been good throughout the time between Solomon and what's going to be Jeroboam, I believe it is. Jeroboam or Jehoiakim. I think it's Jehoiakim was the last king. Like, it's just rough. And so God's like, it's on you, man. Like, this is where they're going into exile, and they're going to be in exile for 35 or 75 years. But then they do come back because God is promising that I will not completely push you to the side. I will bring you back. I will restore you. And there is this promise of restoration. And so this is part of that promise. But it's really only like one verse that kind of emphasizes this, and then like maybe a couple of broken down ones in the center. But really, this part, Isaiah 9, is the promise that there's a Messiah. If you want to understand what Messiah actually means, it's the chosen one. It is the Neo, so to speak. The one that's going to flip the script and going to make things right. And this is what makes it absolutely big here, guys. Because in the midst of all this, God is saying, I'm going to be dealing with you harshly, but I'm also going to bring you back. We're going to make this work. I'm going to make this work, okay? So hop along with me. We're in Isaiah chapter 9. Grab your Bibles, and we're going to do a mini dive into this because I like mini dives. Also, why not? Okay. And this is an NLT reading, just so you know, and stuff like that. So we're going to work on this. But if this sounds familiar, it's because Christmas is coming, and this is like the part of Isaiah that we really like to sit on because it points to who Jesus is going to be. Okay. Chapter 9, verse 1, all the way down to the end of verse 7. Nevertheless, and this is a point where, like, prior to, the passage is talking about how you're going to be in darkness, how everything is just going to suck, everything's going to be brutal, everything's going to just feel like it's not right. This is not how it should be. This is not how things were supposed to go. Interesting, right? Nevertheless, that time of darkness and despair will not go on forever. Oh, yo, there's hope. The land of Zebulun and Naphtali will be humbled. But there will be a time in the future when Galilee of the Gentiles... Ooh, Galilee of the Gentiles. Wait, like the outer rim of Israel / Judah's boundary, which actually in this case would be Israel's boundary, which lies along the road that runs between the Jordan and the sea, will be filled with glory. Wait, there's something that's coming. It's going to be big. It's going to be awesome. What the heck is it? Let me tell you. Verse 2. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. For those who live in a land of deep darkness, a light will shine. You want to punch demons. I want to punch demons. This is so good. You will enlarge the nation of Israel, and his people will rejoice. They will rejoice before you as people rejoice at the harvest, and like warriors dividing the plunder. Dang. Things going to be flipped good. For you will break the yoke of their slavery and lift the heavy burden from their shoulders. You will break the oppressor's rod, just as you did when you destroyed the army of Midian. Or, and also, that would be like Exodus or other past references toward when people have been oppressed, that God then deals with the oppressor, right? The cycle of Judges even points to stuff like that. Verse 5, the boots of the warrior and the uniforms bloodstained by war will all be burned. They will be fuel for the fire. There's going to be peace. This is going to be a different world. All forms of hard suppression, might, overpowering, done. Not a thing anymore. We're not doing that. Flip the script. This isn't... The old system's not working. For a child is born to us. A son is given to us. The government will rest on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. His government and its peace will never end. He will rule with fairness and justice from the throne of his ancestor David for all eternity. The passionate commitment of the Lord of Heaven's armies will make this happen. I love that. Guys, so this is the part that usually is read, right? That verse 6 specifically is the part that usually it sits on, right? The Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, right? Specifically, the Prince of Peace is the one that we tend to sit on, particularly at Christmas. Fantastic song, Prince of Peace by Celtic Worship. You should listen to it too. But, so what does this do? This right here, guys, is like the Digimon Crest of Hope. Okay? Like, this is the moment where Israel, Judah, specifically it would be Judah in this case, could actually take a moment and just, if they were to hold on to anything throughout this exile and after the exile, it's this. Because that's actually what they did hold on to. Why did they hold on to it? The main reason why they held on to it was this part. This part that's focused on the very literal physical space, right? You will enlarge the nation of Israel and its people will rejoice. That's fair, right? They're going to be back in their territory. It's going to be made right. That makes sense. They will rejoice before you as people rejoice at the harvest and like warriors dividing the plunder, right? They're coming back, and they're coming back big, baby. It's going to be huge. It's going to make a difference. They are going to be better than what they were at when they first started, right? Which at one point, the nation of Israel actually did really well under Solomon, right? Like, it was nuts. It was intense. For you will break the yoke of their slavery and lift the heavy burden from their shoulders. They are going to be free. They're no longer going to be held hostage, so to speak, by these other nations that have come in and taken them away to other nations, all that kind of stuff like that. You will break the oppressor's rod, just as you did when you destroyed the army of Midian. God's the one who's going to wreck this and is going to flip it on his head. The boots of the warrior and the uniforms, blood-stained by war, will be burned. They will be fuel for the fire. There's just no more need for conquest. Everything's been set right. Everything's good. Everything is mellow and jive and fantastic, right? But guys, they really missed this. Okay? Because the whole focus was military campaign in here. But they forgot, guys, verse 2. Again, verse 2, right? Like, and if they would have been remembering the Galilee of the Gentiles, where she is from, right? He grew up in Galilee, right? Right, the outskirts. But he was born in Bethlehem, and there's another passage that talks about, weird. That's a different vibe. Yeah. So, this is pointing to Jesus, right? And he's walking up and down this absolutely nuts. But the thing is, as he's walking, right, the people who walk in darkness will see a great light. For those who live in a land of deep darkness, a light will shine. Hold on. So, it's not clarifying the darkness here. Because to read this in scripture in context, right, God's allowing things to just hit, allowing things to be hard and difficult, right? That's why, nevertheless, the time of darkness and despair will not go on forever. But God doesn't think just on one level, right? He doesn't just think on, like, oh, this is the zone. This is just the thing, right? Like, it's just about the actual geopolitical wars and about, like, everything being made right. That no. It's deeper. Because the world got plunged into darkness. Before there was even any political stuff, the world was in darkness, right? Go back to Genesis, sitting on that. It's chaos, void, nothingness. And first thing God says, let there be light. Separates the light and the darkness. He's creating order. He's creating order out of disorder, right? And this is where we have this beautiful moment here where it's coming back to that note of, like, remember how it was at the beginning. Right now, it's like chaos. God's going to bring order back, but it's not in the way that you're thinking already. He will be dealing with this. He will be seeing the restoration of this, and their yoke of slavery will be dealt with. But it doesn't say that they're just going to, like, own back the land. They're just going to be back. For a child is born to us, a son is given to us. The government will rest on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. The government will rest on his shoulders. They were looking for a political leader. And when Jesus was pushed, would you lead us? Would you be our king? The problem was they were thinking in this level when Jesus had been doing not just physical healing, but spiritual restoration and fighting against the ultimate spiritual oppressor, which was sin and death. It's a deadly combo. This is where it's Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, the one who can deal with sin, the one who is free from it, Everlasting Father, his reign will never end, Prince of Peace, he is the one who restores everything. That's why he's the Wonderful Counselor. He speaks into you. He invests it. All these things are either spiritual or internal. That's the thing that they missed out on. They loved the titles, but they didn't think about that. And so then his government and its peace will never end. His government and his peace. His government is peace. His government is how he establishes and remakes things and gives peace to everything. He will rule with fairness and justice from the throne of the ancestor David for all eternity. Right, going back to the hint of the Lord of my Lord. David's honoring this. Wait, hold on. That's a little different. That's a little hint. This guy's bigger than me. This one's going to give hope. This one's going to make it right. bring the eternal reign, and that's what they were anticipating was going to happen with Jesus, but they were going to say it's going to happen here and now in a very physical way. And Jesus is like, you are forgetting that there's a spiritual level that you got to deal with. It's not just the physical things. It's not just Rome that's come in and kicked you in the face. It's the hope of something even bigger. That it's not just Roman occupation. It's sin and death occupation. That's the bigger issue. The passionate commitment of the Lord of Heaven's armies. Oh, snap. That's the guy that visited with Joshua. This is the guy that's connected in all this goodness. Will make this happen. It's God who's got it all. He's got it figured out. I just got to respond to this real quick. But that's the thing right here. It's working on the idea that Jesus is thinking on a whole other level. He's got hope on a bigger level that then affects everything else, right? When we're talking about basic things, the physical stuff that's going on. And guys, another recommendation I'm going to tell you right now. You need to be checking out the Bible Project, and you need to go through their wilderness stuff and chew through it, because it's the reminder of not just the physical things that matter. It is the spiritual things. It's not just the physical needs that need to be taken care of, which they do, but it's also the spiritual needs that need to be addressed, that need to be held together to hold us together. These are important things to work through, to process on that. And in the midst of this prophecy, in the midst of the Messiah that's coming, is in the midst of this prophecy that we are seeing it's this darkness, this despair. And it was a hard time. It was not like a smooth time. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying, guys, okay, come with me. Look at me. I'm not saying that you're going to fix all your problems just by only praying or just by only sitting in things. But I do think there is a mental shift that can happen with us. And I'm, again, not saying mental health is purely solved with prayer or purely solved with this. God can do that. I'm not arguing on that baseline. I do agree with that. But there are things that you do have to put work in, or you do need medication. You do need to work it out. And this is the same kind of thing that I'm saying here to me. But there is an enemy that we don't often think about. There is a darkness that can linger. There is a despair that can keep hitting. And we forget what hope looks like. We can forget the very idea of hope itself. Last night when I was getting my kid ready for bed, when I was he has a plastic lantern ring, specifically a blue lantern ring. And I had specifically gotten my kids lantern rings because I thought it would be really cool. Got my daughter the Indigo Tribe, which is compassion, and then my son the Hope one, because I had my own Green Lantern, which is Will. The thing about it, the reminder of it, was that I need hope. And the only way you can get hope is by going near somebody who has that hopeful perspective, that shift of mind from where you're at. Because we can easily sit and stew in our own darkness, and we can't even always find hope within ourselves. We need someone to show what hope looks like. That's why there's Jesus. And that's where I stand on the very idea that the actual crest of hope, okay? The actual crest of hope that Digimon has. I'm trying to find a good one. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Oh my word. Fine. We'll just stick with that one. The actual crest of hope is actually God. It's actually Jesus. The Eyes Up Guardian thing, he is the author and perfecter of our faith. He is the one who gives us hope. And I think of any time that we've needed hope, we need hope more so now than ever in some ways. He's the one who sustains us. He's the one who guides us and protects us. He's the one who holds us together. The thing that we got to work on is, will we keep our eye on him? Will we keep looking to him and listening to him to guide us in hope? Because there is actually a ton of hope in the Bible. And I forget about that too. And I need to work on it as well. So, my level up challenge, the ARC level up challenge for today is, where's your crest of hope? The hope crest, as it were, or crest of hope. Maybe we need to make a sticker, and the reminder of this crest of hope, the reminder, the stirring of that. Because we can't really grow if we don't have hope. Now, I realize there's other things that they have, like they have other crests and stuff like that. That's part of that. Like there's a crest of light and crest of friendship and all that kind of stuff. But I really do think we need to understand that there is a crest of hope that we need for us to even grow. Because maybe we need to remember that on my world, this means hope. On our world, this means hope. And maybe to you, you see it similar to like the Superman logo. It's just an S. It's just a cross. What's the big deal? But it's because of this, we actually have what's called a living hope. Expectant. We are looking forward to something changing. A new reality. That's the same kind of thing that prophecy was holding on to. And we can experience part of that reality by following Jesus. Guys, this is my crest of hope. This cross is the crest of hope. Are you going to trust in it? Are you going to lean in it? Cool. All right. Well, that's the chat for today. Any prayer requests to all y'all amazing peeps? I feel like I'm just like sitting quietly here in the channel. It's really awkward. Alright. It's gone dead for the chat. I'm so nervous. Is it bad breath that I got or something like what's going on here? I'm scared. That's what happens. I'm still lurking. I'm proud of you, Hoff. Thank you for still lurking. Oh, Pilo's coming in. She's nervous. What's going on? They forced me in the dark.
They forced you in the dark?
They
Why?
did. Because that's one of the punishment wheel things.
Is it actually?
Actually.
I don't remember putting that in there. But
Well,
hey,
it's in there.
If it works, it works.
However, I do want to say I want my crest of hope back. Oh my word.
Now on where?
There.
It knows the punishment.
See? Crest of hope.
It knows the punishment.
It does.
It does get really dark.
It does get dark.
The typical gamer's den.
The
Don't we call this the
dungeon.
dungeon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the fishbowl without the lights.
Is Solomon online?
He was.
He
And
was?
then I haven't seen any
Solomon.
commenting.
That's what we need. We need a sign to go above the door that says the dungeon.
The dungeon. Clearly, it needs to be an LED sign.
Yes, so we can turn it on when we're going live. We need an LED sign.
We need a
outside the
swappable
door.
sign, I think, because it'd be cool if it was like live and then it would show who's like
That'd be
streaming
nice.
and do it like that.
One of those bars.
One of those customizables,
That'd be nice.
programmables. It's like what that Stream Deck might do.
Yeah.
But anywho, so that was my level up challenge. Do you have anything to say, Pilo?
Well, we are just about set up for fire team cooking. Things are getting prepped and ready. My ingredients have been coming to room temperature, and
Heyo.
the recipe says we need the recipe printed off. We need nuggets
yes.
to appear, and we need our tripod. those are the three things that we still need. And sanity. Pray for Pilo's sanity.
Really do.
She doesn't
really
have
do.
much.
Pilo's needing the support. But...
Yeah, it's a rough day.
Here, actually, close the door. We'll pray.
Yes.
We'll do that. We'll pray right now.
And I'm still streaming tomorrow. People have been asking. I'm still streaming.
Streaming! She's doing it.
We're playing SpongeBob Sims. Because that's what they wanted, remember? So we need to purchase it. Meow.
That's all I gotta say.
Gary the snail.
Meow. Meow.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I've been watching a lot of SpongeBob.
I'm proud of you. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
There's nothing else to do.
I just like plankton.
See, I relate to Squidward.
SpongeBob.
I relate
It's
to...
scary that I can do it. I know.
I relate to his lack of work ethic.
Oh,
how
sweet
he
Murphy.
Hates humanity
Oh, Murphy.
and just wants to be left alone. I watched the episode last night where the snowball fight,
Oh, no.
and the entire time I was going,
I get it. I understand this. I get it.
If my niece threw a snowball through my window that put out my fireplace, I would nail her with a snowball too.
I mean, that's fair.
I'd also be impressed she has aim. But...
Here, grab, sit, thing, chair, do the thing.
Oh, and I'll show.
Oh.
Because you haven't even seen.
Ooh.
So, this time there's only 3 catnip pillows that will be for sale for merch, but they're all Christmassy.
Christmas catnip pillow.
And Kara can attest to the fact that this new catnip blend is potent.
Potent
As fluff, as she would say.
Potent as fluff. So it's all good. It's all good.
And technically 3 different sizes.
Holy
So you have
snap.
small, medium, and large. But these will be on sale, as well as a bunch of other merch by lovely people.
Heck yesin', especially things like resin.
Don't forget these ones.
Yes. Oh, wait. So yeah, you saw the Christmas ornaments. They're very pretty. They're very beautiful, but also
Coasters.
fairly freshly made. We have coasters with cool quotes on them. Yeah, you should be jealous because you should actually get it.
Then there's another quote too, which is
saying.
different.
I'm just saying. And if you're the emo crowd, hi,
Yeah.
we welcome you. But then also, here's the vibe. Yeah, that's right. Oh my word.
It's so reflective. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's so reflective, and it's not even registering. I'm trying. I tried.
And I am pleased to say that our truffles are actually going to be based off certain characters.
Truffles!
So, and we actually have started making plans for what we're going to make for January.
Excitement lurking. Excitement
It could
developing
be
right there.
If we can get
This is gonna be
what
good.
we would need.
That'd be cool. All right. So we're gonna pray for Pilo, and for the stream,
Yes.
and just generally of that. Huff, do you have anything to have prayer for, Mr. I'm lurking and doth not type much?
The cafe too. We should pray for the cafe.
The cafe. Well, that hurt my poof.
Hurt your tooth,
Well, hurt my poof.
but it shouldn't because it's not 2:30.
Really?
No.
Might miss cooking stream. Major power cut. That's why you haven't been chatting, because you've been unable to connect via power.
Okay, we're gonna pray his power comes back.
We're praying for this.
We rebuke the power outage.
We do.
Bind it in Jesus' name. It shall be gone. The power shall return, as the Lord said, let there be light. And there was light. We pray, God, that there would be light.
Gius was the original Demon Slayer. We're just following his lead. That's all I'm saying.
Well, he was also the original Guardian.
It's truth. Okay, and then just prayer for ministry, that we just keep on being able to connect with crew, and fundraising, because fundraising. And I know Solomon's going to probably smack me with other stuff. I still need to look up stuff, Solomon. That's my problem, because we came up with a list and then I didn't really keep tabs on.
He got busy.
I did.
It is what
a
happens, and then Pilo got too busy, and she couldn't pick up the slack.
No, we just got busy. That's all it is.
We need more staff.
Clearly. We need all the people working for us now.
We've doubled our staff already, and it's
We
still
have.
not working.
Still not enough. Oh no! Hope everything is alright, Solomon. Aw, that's... Thank you, John. Yeah, I said it.
Solomon, you need your power to be on so you can jump across those trees, and you can also do the Renegades equivalent you were talking about. You're gonna have to show us the Renegades equivalent.
Truth. Alright, I'm gonna pray.
Yeah, we should.
Because we're gonna do that. And then we gotta close off. So,
Peace.
yeah. Hey God, thank you for today. Thank you for the reminder that you're our crest of hope. That when we look to the cross, we don't see despair, we see hope. Because in our world, it does mean hope. And the only way we can grow, the only way that we can keep pushing through what can be really dark times, and like we've all been hit in different ways, especially this year, with different hard, dark, brutal moments that you can just feel like there's nothing to really look forward to. There's nothing that can keep me going. And so God, I just pray against that right now. That yes, we can share that despair, but we don't have to sit in it alone. We have each other, and help each other keep that hopeful perspective, that reminder of the reality shifting world is coming. And that's you, God. That's you shift reality. You literally flip it on its head. You say that power is actually not in overpowering people, but it's in relying on you. It's surrender, which is such an odd idea. But it's when we surrender to you, when we can come to you, that we can actually have hope for the future. We can actually see your hand loving on other people, and then we can partner in that and loving on other people and seeing hope in the midst of that too. So God, I pray that we would be doing that. We'd be demonstrating that, especially this time of year, but not even just this time of year. All the time. We're supposed to be a light on a hill. And really that light on a hill is reflecting you. You are that hope. You are that beacon of peace. So help us to come to you, to lean on you for that. God, I pray specifically for Pilo and what has been a rough day. And like a lot of stuff just is not going right. But God, I thank you for her heart that she keeps on coming on out here, that she keeps on loving on people, that she works so hard to bless other people with the gifts that and the abilities that you've given to her, to then love on other people, to help them grow and develop, and to help them know you. So I pray for that strength. I pray for peace in her body, peace in her mind and her heart. Help her to just keep her eyes focused on you, that light would continue to shine, that she could follow just that. Even if it just feels like it's just a sliver of a light, just to hold on to that. God, we pray for Solomon, that power all of a sudden would just come on. And it would just work. That, yeah, let there be light. Legitimately, let there be power, and that you would just be able to help him out with that. Not just to watch our stream, but to honestly have a better situation that's going on.
And play more Destiny.
And play more
He
Destiny.
needs to catch up.
He needs to catch up. See? Clearly. Works out, people. God, I pray for our ministry. And it's awesome that it's growing, but also that means that's more that we gotta do. And there's more other things that we gotta do. And it means there's more needs. But God, we pray for your provision in all of it. We pray for your guidance in all of it, that you would sustain us, hold us together. God, I pray for even hope in my mindset and how I handle that. And help me to just sit back to be able to see the hope that you're giving. Help me to rest and know that you are the strength, not in whatever I'm doing. And just help me to sit on that too and give that to you. God, I just pray that you would just bless all the people that come on here and who are watching this, and bless those afterwards who watch this. Help them to continue to draw closer to you and hold on to you. We ask this in your name. Amen. Typical rabbi shows up at the end of the stream. Man, he comes back.
We summoned him with all the biblical references.
It was all the references. It was all the references. Man, Rabbi, how dare you? Keep on And are your walls made of 10-foot steel? Why is the connection leg... What?
It's not on our end.
We are fine from what we see here.
Yes,
Kilo,
it
is that
me.
you? Well, it's so dark in here, Wally. because of all the darkness that's thrown out and stuff like that.
Let there be
Come on,
light.
come on. There we go. See? See? This is what happens. It's much better. 'Twas me too, right? Wait, 'twas you too? You're having lagginess?
It's not on our end.
I've got 0 lag here.
It's probably on Twitch's end. It happens time
Sorry,
to time.
0.4 leg. Yup. It's not you. Mike,
Yeah, it's
because
Twitch.
I'm fine.
This
well,
it happens time to time.
I
Some
can't
people
help
just
this.
get lag, other people don't.
Well, I
See,
can't.
here's what happened. Their power is being siphoned to Solomon.
That's what's
That is-
going on.
It is a distribution.
It's your
of
legginess
resources.
that's blessing Solomon. That's what we're doing.
So yeah, enjoy your leg.
It's good now.
See, we fixed it.
Hold on a second. Did I fix it with light?
Well, the light casts out the darkness. The darkness.
This is
can
a
make
little
things fuzzy.
too hardcore relatable right now.
It's intense.
Anywho, guys, I gotta get
go.
going. You guys want to see Pilo stream? Trust me, you do. Because if you don't, you're lying. That's all I'm saying.
Nothing will be burnt this time because literally nothing can get burnt.
Nothing.
Nothing can get burnt.
Nada.
Not that we're doing today anyway. Tomorrow's a different story. Pray for that.
That's really it. Last words, comments, questions, concerns?
I need my recipes.
She needs recipes. I need to get on that. Y'all behave yourselves. Don't pick your nose, because that's painful.
Especially if
Overtime.
you hit your brain.
Especially.
If you don't, then we need to pray for you even more.
Yeah,
Because
then we
then
get-
there
then we
is
get
no
burnt.
brain.
I won't behave yourself. Well, then,
Okay,
Wallace.
Wally, here's the thing. Bad behavior is still behavior.
It's true, actually.
That's what my grandpa
See?
used to tell me, and he lived a great life.